Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Artistry here, and we are back with the SMITE A through Z. This time, taking a look at Bakasura, the Great Devourer. I think I said it in the video as well, but or in the game, but this is just. He is one of those characters, very similar to, in mindset to like Ullr's, where if you see him on your team, they are either just going to be playing the best game of Smite in their life and just be an absolute menace, or they're going to be a full-on buffet for the enemy team, just constantly feeding. And there's just really kind of learning how to walk that line between going in and being aggressive on Bakasura, but then not just feeding immediately. I feel like, has half a kit, in all honesty. His takedown, like, yeah, it's a leap. Yes, it can be some mobility. I don't really think the damage increase that you're getting from this is worth much at all, just because of how slow the leap is. It's not consistent enough to make it a thing. So you're usually using this to get out. I feel like Eat Minion, while it's a fun ability, I feel like this could just be baked into like part of his passive or something like that, or part of his ult where you get the stacks for your minions. So, you know, I don't think that's the biggest thing. I honestly, I could see this like reworked into like his passive or something like that. Could be way better, and then make this ability actually do something consistently. The Butcher Blades is like, yeah, it's cool and lets you really chunk through targets, so that's, yeah, that's nice at least. But really, it's all about his ult. That's the character. So I feel like overall, I feel like Bakasura is just really kind of showing his age as a character. But he's fun, you know, so it is what it is. But we'll go ahead and get into the game here in a minute. But if you are enjoying the content, please do feel free to like, comment, do a subscribe. All that kind of good stuff really helps the channel out quite a bit. But without any further ado, we will get into the video. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the A through Z, this time taking a look at Bakasura. Friendly team is Chiron, Zeus, myself, King Arthur, and Hades. Enemy team is Chiron, Ulrun, Aphrodite, Neza, and Nike. So, we're going to go for a, where is it, Mannequin Scepter? I like the early game clear better than Eye of the Jungle. I like the extra burn damage. But then we'll start working on a Golden Blade here, because our clear overall isn't amazing. So this will help speed that up quite a bit. Now, with our passive, we have its Insatiable Hunger. So whenever we kill an enemy, we gain an attack and movement speed buff, and that'll stack up to 3 times. You'll see them light up here. And then the first ability we picked up is the Takedown. It's really slow, so we're not going to use this to initiate much, but it's our best early game clear option. But it's a little ground circle, like a circle ground target AoE. We jump towards it, and we will cause enemies that we jump on to take 10% more damage. But it's so slow, you don't really ever want to use this to initiate. It's generally a bad idea. And being able to have a way to get ourselves out of trouble is going to be way more important. So, yes, 10% more damage, but not really. But we'll clear our buff here, get our Zeus his buff, and move on. Now, the big thing with Bakasura is I feel like he is either... He's just one of those characters where he is going to either be playing out of his mind and you're going to have the best game of Smite in your life, or you're going to feed real bad. So hopefully it is the former instead of the latter. Now we'll just kind of soak some of this experience here, help spook off these guys away from our Zeus, because he's able to pump out quite a bit of pressure here. And now, our second ability we did pick up is our Butcher Blades. This is going to be a buff that we can activate for ourselves. So we have I'll rotate here just in case Zeus might be getting in trouble. I thought we were gonna back up. Yeah, that's fine. We'll chill. We'll take it easy. Now that this is up, I'll go for this. But yeah, our Butcher Blade, it's going to give us a passive increase to our power whenever we just have a point into it. And as we put more points into it, it'll scale up more. And then when we activate it, we will be doing true damage to anything we are auto-attacking. So it kind of really just helps speed up that clear, but allows us to really kind of shred some tanky targets. Our third ability we're going to be picking up is Eat Minion. This is going to give us some health and mana back, as well as make it to where we gain a physical power increase. We gain a protection increase. Now, all in all, it's just kind of good. This Nike's pressed up pretty far, so I'll go ahead and blink for this. We do get booped away, that's fine. She can't do it forever, that's fine. We at least bought the King Arthur a little bit of space here. But, ooh, with Nazok coming in, this is actually a much spookier situation. I'll try and auto-attack him just to spook him off. And you can see, we're actually chunking for some damage here. We're going to leap out just to be safe, but he was low. Now, the thing with Bakasura, we are very much... we're kind of weak until we get level 5, and then we're real scary. But yeah, our Eat Minion, I didn't really finish it. So you can track how many minions that we have eaten on here just above where our passive is. This will be important when it comes to our ult. But again, it gives us that physical protection increase, power increase, health and mana back, but it also reduces the cooldowns a little bit by our other two abilities here. So generally just pretty solid. We'll go ahead and just clear these harpies here. Now, whenever we eat one of like the jungle buffs minions, how did you die to that? What? But whenever we eat one of the jungle buff minions, that is actually going to count for 2 stacks. But in exchange, we have to put a little more work in before we could eat them. We have to chew them a little bit. Nazah is actually coming in with a pretty big initiation here. I'm gonna get a potion rolling, but I don't have my Zeus here, so I don't want to commit too hard to this fight. I'll just eat one of these guys real quick, get a heal, and then bail. But yeah, just kind of defend this lane. Now, we did pick up our ultimate ability, and this is kind of Bakasura's stick, like his whole shtick, is, we definitely just kind of want to get our minions up and then go jump on someone, but this is going to, and we're going to go ahead and actually leap onto this. Alright, that's fine. That was a really good Aphrodite ult. Really well timed. But yeah, it turns our auto attacks into this big cone. We also spit out all the minions that we've been eating up to this time. And it will create a little puddle on the ground, which will cripple, as well as the minions will do some damage on their own. A little tough to play right now. Everyone's kind of hanging out pretty far back. Really good reactions from like their support. So I'm just going to try and scale up a little bit, just because, again, Bakasura early is pretty weak. But late game, we can be a monster. Looks like my Zeus is getting into a little bit of trouble. So we'll see if we can rotate over and help with that. But it looks like he's fine. Yeah, really passive early start to this game, so is what it is. I'm going to check his buff just to make sure it's not getting stolen. Okay. And we'll get this for him. Okay, I thought I timed that right where he'd be able to, I'd be able to eat the big boy, but it's fine. We'll get plenty of it. Now, we do have enough for our golden blade, so we will go ahead and back after we get the speed buff. Could have sworn I picked that. But we'll go ahead and get that, because this is going to help our early game clear just quite a bit. This is going to give us like a little splash off of our auto attacks. Pick up some more potions and wards. Now, next item we're going to build for, I think we're going to go ahead and commit to a Hasten Katana. This is going to be pretty impactful. So you remember when we threw our ult out, they just kind of were able to disengage real hard from us, and that was it. Like, we couldn't really do much else. With that, this is going to make us immune to the auto attack movement speed penalty that you normally receive. Nike is low. I'm gonna go ahead and ult here, try and finish off the Nike. Now we're on the Neza. We're gonna go ahead and jump and pick up the kill. That's beautiful. Go ahead and try and eat those minions and get that stacking back up. And we saved our King Arthur, so that's great. And it's just like that. You just you gotta take it easy with Bakasura. You don't want to try and make plays too hard, or like go too aggressive on them. But you just wait for the right moment and pop your ult, and you're a menace. Unfortunately, we do lose our Hades to the Chiron, but Chiron picks up a double kill in return. Beautiful. You love to see it. But yeah, it's one of those, once we really start getting some items under our belt, we can really be a monster. It's just making sure that we're not feeding before we get to that point. So good job. We'll go ahead and toggle that buff on, eat this minion, and get this. So like with this fully maxed out, we're getting an extra 30 physical power just for it existing on our bar. We do pick up that. I'll rotate over, see if we can help with this Neza. We are actually a couple levels up on him now, so that's pretty big. Getting those 2 kills was really huge. I'll go ahead and just get this real quick. But it looks like oh, there's the Chiron here. If we can make something happen. He's really far forward, but unfortunately he can just disengage and kick me out of the way. So that's fine. It's a shame we used our blink for that, but we do actually have 3 here, so if we can make something happen, I'm gonna go ahead and pop my ult here, getting some big auto attack damage. Zeus is going in, dropping his ult as well, and is going to pick up the kill. Hades is in there. He is ulting. We'll dive in for him. We'll die for the cause. But fantastic play there. Really good collapse with that Zeus dropping his ult there. That was really good job. Just in that choke point, got a ton of damage off. But now that we're gonna start getting this Hasten Katana here soon, this is just gonna help that problem that we have where enemies are just kind of walking away from us when we try and pop our ult. With that movement speed increase and being able to, well, more I should say, being able to ignore the movement speed penalty, it's just gonna let us chase people down and just start ripping and tearing. It's gonna be great. Please don't steal my buff. Thank you. I want a snack. Alright. Zeus is getting engaged on by Neza. Oleron is coming in low, but Zeus actually turns it around and picks up a kill. That's his Aegis. We'll be able to get just a little bit of damage on him and pressure him back. So great job there. Looks like Hades is trying to see if we can make something happen to this Nike. If she presses up just a little bit further, I'm going to go ahead and try and eat this real quick. Just get a little snack. Looks like Nike did go ahead and recall, so let's go ahead and just get this guy's totem for him. But we're doing a really good job, just kind of keeping these guys pressured and keeping them really just kind of nervous to power out or push out too far. We catch the Nike unawares. He's gonna pop his ult to panic. But we do pick up the kill. Fantastic job here. I don't really see us being able to make too much happen with the Oleron, but we'll go ahead and get this buff real quick. or to get the XP camp, and then pick up Zeus's buff for him. Now we do have enough now to go ahead and get our Hasten Katana, so I think we're gonna go ahead and work on that. We'll also just get this since it's on the way. Beautiful. So we got our Hasten Katana here. Again, this is going to allow us to gain the haste buff, which is basically makes us immune to the auto attack penalty. This can be kind of tricky with other assassins that are auto attacking, just because you have to continually land those auto attacks. But when your auto attack is basically anywhere in front of you, it's pretty easy to hit those. So it'll be good. But yeah, we'll just keep getting our buffs, rotating around, making sure we're farming efficiently, and looking for opportunities to get kills when we can. But I mean, again, we're just really pushing them back under their towers. And it's not going to be super worth Zeus actually picking up a kill there on the Olaran, getting a ton of push in with that. Now I'll see if I can grab this totem and then make something happen. The Neza is engaging in, but he is low. He's ulting on our King Arthur. This is not going to kill anything. If they decide to push up, Nike is a little far up, so we'll go ahead and spit out our little minions on her and start auto attacking. Unfortunately, with that shield, he is going to, Nike's going to be pretty tanky and be able to push me back. Gosh, weird. She is so low. Oh, great job. Yeah. I forgot you had a buff on her, or your little debuff on her. But that's great. We'll proxy this wave real quick. And yeah, screw it. Let's steal this guy's buff. Punish him even harder. Now they are pushed up quite a ways. Don't realize that we are behind them. We are coming in hot. Gonna go actually jump onto this Olaran to catch up to him and pick up the kill. He drops the carpet, but it is not gonna be enough. All right, let's. Okay. Oh, that's spooky. And this is kind of the problem with Bakasura. You can you just feel like you need to go in. And it can cause you to do some real stupid stuff. We'll go ahead and just get the Scorpion here. We can burst it down pretty quickly. Get some good monies for the team. Beautiful. The enemy team is... Oh, hello. We'll go ahead and toggle on our buff. He's gonna panic ult again. But I think we've just got this all day. Oh my gosh, never mind. Eat a minion real quick for the heal. We're fine. We'll go ahead and blink in. And regurgitate all over him and pick up the kill there. That's fantastic. I didn't want to drop that and get away. The ult was a little excessive. I could have maybe dove, but I didn't want to die for it. So next, I'm actually going to work on the Serrated Edge. We have a tendency to just kind of dump our abilities, but we also don't have much sustain. So when we go in, this is not only going to be increasing our damage, but it will also be giving us a little bit of sustain and lifesteal while we do that. This Zeus is playing really well too. 7-1-3. It's insane. But yeah, we'll get this. And so as we have all of our main abilities on cooldown, we get a big buff. Oh no, Neza left the game. Hopefully it's an honest disconnect. But to be frank, I have spent way too much time trying to record this game. So we may just have to take it. But yeah, we'll clear this real quick. If Olaran decides to push in here a little bit too far, I'm just gonna walk up to him. And this is kind of the point where Bakasura is a little nuts. Because at this point, it just doesn't matter. I'm not going to jump on him just because it takes 20 years. And I don't want to have to worry about missing and trying to catch him from there. But with the stacks from the passive and just all the swords and everything that you're picking up, it's just insane how fast you are on the map. We're going to go ahead and sneak up on these guys and just start doing a ton of damage. Pick up the kill, jump on this Aphrodite. Oh, that surrender saved her. So unfortunately, with the Naza DC rage quit, that they didn't really have much of a choice there. But I think we were showing off what we can do. And again, I've literally spent days trying to get a decent game because it's either even worse than this that we're just steamrolling, or just been plagued with disconnects and that kind of thing. So I'll just have to take what I can. But great, great job by the friendly team. Again, Zeus was playing out of his mind too. So what we would have done, again, is we would have gotten the serrated edge, I think is what the name of the item is. The other sword, again, that gives us that stacking buff. Then we also just probably would have gotten some basic stuff like a concise to get the percent damage. And then I know a lot of people like Silver Branch Bow. I'm not a huge fan. I feel like you can just get way more value with other stuff. So probably just would have been something like an Executioner, just so we can just really start tearing through those enemies even faster. But yeah, really, really solid. Again, the biggest thing with Bakasura is just don't go in too hard early on. You're fairly weak. Get your hits where you can, but you don't have flashy abilities that can do stuff. You don't have much crowd control other than the cripple from your ult. And even then, they have to be standing in it. So it's not much. You just really need to let yourself farm up and get those big power spikes before you really commit to going in. But yeah, well played by the friendly team. Next, we're going to be taking a look at Baron Samedi. So that'll be fun. Yeah, a really, really fun caster. I'm not sure if I'm going to be playing him as a mid or support yet. So we'll see where we go with that, but that'll be fun. But that's going to be it for Bakasura, and we will catch you guys next time.